Hi everybody, this is our first training exercise for MYOB, Mind Your Own Business Accounting Software. We'll essentially start by looking at how to download our software and create our company file, which we're going to be using to complete the exercises. So I'll ask people to first of all go into the internet, go into one of your browsers as follows and type in MYOB's website details, myob.com.au. Now, don't click on this one here, try for free, because this gives you the essentials, MYOB Essentials software, which is the very basic one, which doesn't have employees or inventory. So don't click on this, scroll down the page, and then you'll come to the more full-blown version. So we're going to be looking at this one over here, account rights. Okay, so this gives us inventory, single touch payroll, and so forth. So we're going to try for free. Now it's going to ask you for your details so that it can email you. Now before that, we've got a few different options for that package. We're going to choose Plus. Try for free 30 days. So essentially what you can do here is it gives you access to your file for 30 days. Now after 30 days, your file is going to become read-only. So you can still view it, but you can't enter in any more information. So what I suggest is if you wanted to practice once again, simply sign up using a new email address and go for the exercises once again. So here we want to try it. We're trying it account right. Don't choose the student-only version. It's going to give you limited access. And put your details in here and then click sign me up. Now what that will do is it will then send you a link, and through that link you can download the software. We've already done that process, so it will have come across to our downloads folder. I'm imagining most people are using the latest version of Windows. If that is the case, if you click on folder icon, you then find your downloads folder, and that's where you'll find the MYOB once you've downloaded it. Click on that one, and then it will want to run and install itself onto your computer. Set the terms, install. Now, just a few pointers. When you initially sign up, they will send you an email with a serial number as well. Now, it's not essential that you enter the serial number because it is only a trial version. But if you wanted to, for example, after the trial option of 30 days, free trial option of 30 days, wanted to go live and use it for an actual business, then that's when the serial number becomes important. So it's saying it's been done, so we close that one off. And now if we minimize these screens, we should be able to find our new MYOB software icon on our desktop, which is here. So we click onto that, double click on that icon, and that will launch the program. So here it's got the most recent version, 2020 version, which has our new tax tables on there. It is also compliant for single touch payroll. Okay, so we've done all that. Now we're going to be doing step 6. We're going to create a company file. Okay, so click on this one here, create a company file. Which account right are you using? We're using Plus. Australia. So this is the serial number. Disregard that. Optional. Now, call your file, your name, the printers. We have an ABN number provided. Okay. So ABN number is provided on our exercise sheet. 134 033 033. You can make up an address if you wanted to. You can make up the phone number if you wanted to as well. That's not necessary. And we can leave that blank as well. Okay. Now this next set of information is quite important. Current financial year. Okay, now our financial year at the moment is 2020 because we're in May. Now, if we were in July, we would come into the following financial year, which would be 2021. Right, so take a note. Financial year, a new financial year starts the 1st of July of each year and ends on the 30th of June each year. So 2020, last month of our financial year, as mentioned, June. Conversion month. This is quite important. Now, what the conversion month refers to is a month you are going to go live with MYOB. So you can choose. Now, if I was doing this in real life, not an exercise, I'd be choosing the 1st of July. So I'd start fresh at the start of the new financial year, okay, which is in July. That will avoid me having to put in all of the current financial year's trading details, trading accounts into the system. So if I'm starting 1st of July, essentially all I'm going to be putting in are balance sheet items, so our assets, our liabilities, and our equity. Whereas if I was going live in May, 19th of May, today's date, I'll be required to put in all of our trading details for the year as well. So all of our income, our expenses as well need to come into the picture. But for the purposes of our exercise, it's asking us to put our trading, our conversion month 2 months ago. Okay, so we're in May at the moment, so therefore March is going to be our conversion month. Warning us that you cannot enter any transactions dated before that month. Okay, with that I hit next. Now I'm going to start with an account that's provided by MYOB. You've got a few different options. You can import, for example, if you're moving from Xero into MYOB, you can import your accounts list from that particular program, or you can build your own accounts. I start with an account that's provided by MYOB, and then I will then modify the accounts as I go as to what is required and what's not required, or what accounts are required and what not required. I'm going to hit next now. Okay, so now we've got a few different options. Let's do industry. I'm going to choose a service industry. Okay, once again, if you're doing this in real life, it would depend on which industry you're operating in. I'm choosing service. Now, this is where you're going to be keeping your company file. So you can keep your company file that you're creating now locally, which is on your computer in your My Library folder, or you can keep it on the cloud. Now, just a note here, I'm referring to your file, not the software. So the difference between MYOB and Xero is that the Xero software program is also held on the cloud as well as the file. So anyone can access your Xero file, which is another competitor's product. Whereas MYOB, the software needs to be installed on your computer, and you have the option of keeping your file on your computer or having it online. I'm going to keep it locally. Create company file now. And once that company file is created, we are then going to click on Easy Setup Assistant, and that will then essentially bring us up to the next exercise assignment 2, which is where we're going to be entering in our accounting details. Okay, so that's done. We now click on Easy Setup Assistant. We will be now ready to commence assignment 2. Activation file, online 30 days. Yes, we're happy with that. Click on next. Serial number, I believe, is not necessary. So I'm going to click close on that. Now, let's assume here that you exit out of MYOB and you want to return. Click on the icon once again. Hopefully your computer's not as slow as this laptop. And we go, this time we're going to click on Open a Company File. And it's going to go into your library browser. And you'll find your file that you created. And then you click on Open. No password is required. Click on OK. Okay, now back to this screen. What we should have chosen is this last option here. Use a company file for practice purposes only. Right?